you. What we're going to talk about today is, can you really do good? Can you really be successful at home-based business? And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Amanda, and we're going to talk about what she's doing in her own home-based business, what life looked like before, what she's doing now, like what she's proud of, what she's excited about. So all of this stuff just to really remind you of how accessible success really is. I mean, out there in the world, if you were to Google and you were to mess around on social media, it would look like it's this difficult thing to get. And really, it's not. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to have the right people in your world helping, coaching, pulling you along, that sort of thing. So, Amanda, thank you so much for coming on with me this morning.
Oh, no. Hey, thank you so much, Martha, for having me. I am so honored and blessed to be here in this space and to be able to share like how success is very possible even when you're a stay-at-home mom homeschooling and have 4 kids, 8 and under. Uh,
There it
it is
is.
there.
There it is. Everybody homeschooling and have 4 kids ages 8 and under. How many people are like, first of all, how many people are like, that's me? Are you saying I can do this? Other people are probably like, man, God bless you. you know? Um, so Amanda, tell us what life was like before you started hearing my craziness of how you can really do this. What was life like before?
Life before finding Martha was really, it was like I was chasing the dream of success in an MLM, sorry. And um and no matter what I tried, like I was following all the people who were doing the big things in my MLM and getting nowhere. Nothing fit. I tried following this script and that script and it was like I was even like working with other people, like we were trying to like create a function that worked together where we were supporting each other and growing our business, and it just wasn't going anywhere. And I was at the point where I was like, okay, I'm just going to accept my lot. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm going to homeschool and just raise my kids because I couldn't find the system that worked for me. Right?
Yeah.
It was like there's something missing. And then I came across like somebody planted something of yours in front of me, and within like one like sitting down and listening, I was like, wow, I just found my missing piece. Because the missing piece all along was putting me, who I am, and what I love
Yeah.
out into the world. And it holds hands with what I was trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
but is it my, like, I don't have to focus over here. It's going to grow while I'm doing this other thing. And
Exactly.
that was what I didn't understand until I found what you have to offer. And I just have to say this for all the women out there, moms. I had the excuse of, I can't do this right now because my kids are young. I don't have the time. I can't study to do this. I can't, like, I had all those excuses. And when I came into Martha's um, atmosphere and started following what she teaches, what she handed me, I realized that I already had everything I needed.
Mm-hmm.
I had my heart. I had my purpose. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I just didn't know I could do it until somebody spoke some sense into
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
just wanted to put that out there because I think that was a huge eye opener for me. It's like I didn't have to put anything off
Right.
until they were older. Like,
Exactly.
I can do it
Exactly.
right now, and I'm setting an example for my children. My children are watching me grow something, um, and it's an amazing journey. I've just grown so much in stepping into my path from a place of purpose, not a place of I need to make some money at
Right.
all.
Yeah. That's so awesome. I love seeing your kids on like the momentum calls and stuff like that. It's the cutest thing ever. Her kids just, they like come around and they're all like, hey. They're the cutest ever. I'm surprised they're not here right now, actually. Um,
Oh well, we had to control that.
you had, you're like, not today, friends. Not today. I do see you're in a different room, so it looks like maybe you have sequestered off. Am I right?
Yes, yes,
Mom life, right? Mom
yes,
life.
yes.
I love it. And I love that you pointed on the I wish everybody, like, if I could say one thing from the mountaintops and have everybody hear me, it's that you do already have what you need. And all that you need beyond that is direction of how to then make that into your hub that then allows for all of these different potential income streams around you, right? Like I think that people feel like they have to create this thing to then have these income streams, or I think they maybe have a fear, and I'd love for you to address this. They may have a fear that if you add income streams to something that you are and that you love and that you're passionate about, somehow that makes that disingenuous. I think there's a fear about monetizing something that you love. I would love to hear your response to that.
Actually, that's very true. I honestly do feel that I well, and I think that comes true with an MLM as well. When we sit down and look at it at the end of the day, we don't pursue it a lot of times because we feel yucky. We feel like the icky, sticky salesman, and we don't feel genuine. And then when we try to do it from a place of our purpose, we almost feel like we have to give it away because it is our purpose. And I like I want to tell you, you're worthy of the income for what you hold and what you give to the world.
Yeah.
You know, that purpose was placed on you for a reason. I'm trying not to get too emotional here.
Let it out, girl.
I'm actually doing one of my first trainings within my group, like with my stuff. And the other day I said this. I said, God walked me through what he walked me through. And he filled me up to brimming, overflowing with his confidence to walk through what I walked through so that I could be here right now sharing this message and pouring that confidence into other women. That was the whole purpose of my experience, my walk. Own your walk, live in your purpose, and don't be afraid to create an income stream while you are helping others rise out of that place, because we all have purpose and God wants us to live abundantly. We
Yeah.
can't do both if we're not making an income with what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
plain and simple.
here's the deal is that, thank you for that. Here's the deal is that people need to understand that on a daily basis, me, you, other people that are doing this, creating their business is the way that I teach to create business. All of us that are doing that are receiving messages, if not daily, it's on a regular basis in some capacity. It just depends on how big your business is, and it's always growing, right? So mine's obviously big. And so every single day I'm receiving messages from people saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's happening. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for saying yes to what you're doing. Thank you for your program. Thank you for your course. Thank you for this workshop. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, whenever you get into this weird space of, and I just say weird because there's no other word for it, when you get into this weird space of, I can't make money because this thing is like, I love doing this too much. I don't deserve to make money doing this. Here's your other alternative. Your other alternative is to make money doing something that doesn't serve you, that takes 40, 60, 80 hours a week out of your schedule, and now you can't serve. So that's your alternative. So you can either get used to the idea, which it doesn't take long to get used to it once you're doing it, okay? It doesn't take long to get used to it because it doesn't feel gross. You only have that barrier because of a narrative that wants to keep you from actually doing it, okay? Like real talk, that's it. It's a narrative that doesn't even come from our creator, if you know what I'm saying. So we need to be showing up like this. And if we can't create income showing up like this, we're going to waste our time doing other things that then do not allow us to show up like this. And that's the true problem. Okay, so we need to become okay with it, which is like it's mindset stuff, which there's mindset stuff all over the place. I have some other people, whatever kind of mindset stuff you want to do is totally fine. Read the book, Think and Grow Rich. Read that. That Napoleon Hill wrote that book. He's a God-fearing man. Read Think and Grow Rich and watch your life change. Almost every multimillionaire and billionaire that I know, whenever I see them in interviews or whenever I talk to them, their number one books are these two books. And you guys might want to write these down. Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Those two books alone. Tell me in the comments if you've read those two books, by the way. If you've read one, tell me. If you've read both of them, tell me. And then tell me how life-changing they are. They're really excellent books. I would like to add my book to it, but I can't, honestly, because I haven't read it yet, right? But anywho, so you were frustrated before you jumped into my stuff. Whenever you jumped into my stuff, you realized oh my gosh, I can do this. Now, what are you excited about for the future?
I'm actually excited to just step into and do what I have always dreamed of doing. I am right now, everything has just taken off. I am sometimes overwhelmed with where I'm at and how much I've got going on. And I'm still in the creation stage. I'm not even really in that stage yet of fully being out there. But like you said, you get those messages of thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for being this voice. And when I started this, I started with 4 hours a week. 4 hours a week. And I blogged all last year using that 4 hours a week. I was showing up, being consistent in that area. And then by the end of the year, I was a published author twice, created and published my own journal. Things have just started happening that I'm like, I didn't even have these things on my list of things to do. And yet here I am being able to say, I'm a published author. Yeah. And I'm actually doing this thing that for years I told myself was impossible.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you now that it is possible. I have 4 children and a husband who are supportive, who are cheering me on, who are my daughter is like a mini me in the respect of what I'm doing. She wants to do the same thing. So she's all over it. And it's just been a fantastic, the person sitting before you today on this video would be shaking in her boots a year ago. This confidence sitting here in front of this camera and speaking these truths and like sitting in the same space with Martha is just a testimony of what can happen in your life when you do step into your purpose and start putting yourself out there in a way that, yes, people are going to come at you. They are, because they've been telling themselves for years that they can't do the things that they want to do. And I'm telling you, that's where they come from, because I've judged people for the same thing. Like, how is she able to do that? Like, how can she do that? Well, she found
must be
her
doing
way.
something skeezy or slimy to be able to be successful, right? That's what people think.
Right,
That's how
right.
people
Like,
think.
I've had the same judgments. And we have to understand that when you really understand and have the tools to do the work, you step into different territory. And then things just become easier and easier. I now get to work more hours, but I'm also like the sole creator in everything I do. Okay, maybe not now. I do have some VA services, but for the most part, I am the one creating everything that comes out into what I'm doing, and people are seeing me because I had the vision, I had the want to do it. I lacked the tools. And then I found the tools. And now it's on fire, and nothing is going to stop this from growing.
Get it? Yeah. And I don't know how many of you are like, I want to get my business to the point where I can hire a VA to do some of my stuff. That's where Amanda just got to. She got to where she can hire a VA to do some of their stuff, some of her stuff. It's the first dream. I think of any business owner, the first dream is, I need some help, please. So like, congratulations on being there. Also, you guys, I thank you, Amanda, for coming on today. So awesome for you to share what you're doing. Guys, go and check out Amanda. Look at what she's doing. If it fits something that you need, make sure you jump into her stuff, okay? Just check out her personal profiles, where she's at. So on Facebook and Instagram, just copy and paste her name into those places and follow the rabbit holes. That's the goal there. See if she aligns with something that you want/need, or if somebody that you know needs Amanda, then you know to send them to her, okay? Now, for anybody that's sitting here watching and you're like, okay, I would like that, please. I've actually just started something new, and it's the Den. So it's called the Changemakers Den. It's a membership. The link is in the description of this video. It's very, very inexpensive, but every single week I'm doing an intensive that is going to make you money. Okay, so whenever you look at the cost of it, it's $147 a month. Okay, it's not very much. But when you look at the cost of it, understand that's your down payment to then be able to make more and more and more. And so every week I'm going to be showing you actual ways that then I give you time to do and implement. We're going to be doing that every single week. So we're focused on you making money, period. And that's whether you're in HBR or if you're not in HBR. I do not care. My focus is you guys making money so you can experience a life like Amanda has told you about right now, okay? It is time. Our world is changing and we cannot wait anymore. Amanda, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Martha, for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you later. Bye-bye.